8th, I believe, 1908, 3 or 4 days following the magnificent election of Barack Obama. Um, I have a lot of things going through my mind 4 days after the election that covers the whole gamut of feelings. Um, it ranges from my thoughts about the country that I was born in, the struggles that African Americans have endured since 1619. I have thoughts about race relations. I have thoughts about America's renewed place in the world. Just so many differing emotions are still running through my mind after last Tuesday. You have to excuse the way I look. I'm getting ready to run around a lake, and the lighting today is kind of cloudy and overcast. So this is. I know this video is a little dark. Also, I think about Barack Obama. I really can't pigeonhole where Barack fits in regarding my perceptions of him. Now, he's a very brilliant man, no doubt about that. Um in fact, just viewing his campaign against formidable opponents like the Clintons, and then in the general election, his campaign against the GOP and the right wing. I mean, it was a magnificent campaign. In fact, Barack's campaign will go down in the history books as one of the best campaigns we've ever seen in this country. But Barack the man, I still am trying to figure out where he fits in, and I can't do it. I really can't. I really can't. And I think that's one of the qualities that makes him so intriguing, because we really, I can't say we, I really have not been able to put a ceiling on him. Um, Most of my, excuse me, I enjoy spirituality. I enjoy the great mystery of how man relates to God and how God relates to man. I find great interest in studying the Bible, just as I do studying the Quran. It's always fascinated me. For example, when you talk about how I can't put a ceiling on Barack Obama, it goes back to, if you use the Christian interpretation of an incident, recall, or I recall, an incident in the Bible where Jesus asked Peter, do you love me? Peter, lovest thou me? And Peter said, of course, of course, of course, Jesus, I love you. Go feed your sheep. Jesus comes right back and says, Peter, lovest thou me? And this time, Jesus asked in a kind of a wavering question, inquiry. Peter kind of looks at him and says, oh, Jesus, you know I love you. Feed thy sheep. Jesus asks a third time, Peter, lovest thou me? Now Peter was getting a little upset. And in essence, Peter says to Jesus, of course I love you, Jesus. And if I can paraphrase, he goes on to say, but don't stop asking. Because if you stop asking, then you put a ceiling on me and I can't grow. In essence, what Peter was saying to Jesus, don't stop asking. I must be given a chance to be born again. That's very instructive to me anyway. Because we all have a tendency to want to put people in a certain box. And we all want to put ceilings upon individuals, other individuals. And when you do that, you put them in a box in which they can't grow. Let me, I think the best way to put my feelings about Barack in another way is something that William Saroyan wrote. And I think it's very very apropos this morning as to the way I view Barack Obama. Saroyan says, and I quote, "He who dances danced. He who saw him dance. She who saw her dance. He who danced with her and watched with him and studied and remembered what had been seen. He and she and they, dancing and dancing to the manuscript of instruction. They dance, but it isn't the same. Perhaps it is better even, or might become better, but it is not the same." Now, this is where Saroyan hits it. And I quote, and as he ends his thought, there is always only one of each. Always. And two may be desirable, but it is impossible. There is a different breath in every breather. It's beautiful, isn't it? There is a different breath in every breather. Well, I'm going to go out and jog now. Hope your day is wonderful. Hope your weekend is wonderful. And I hope that you are still glowing off of the magnificent thing that we witnessed last Tuesday night. The nation is the better for it. The world is the better for it. And my prayers go out to Barack Obama, President-elect Barack Obama, for wisdom, guidance, good health. And let's do this. As Pope John Paul said, rise and let us be on our way. You all have a good day, okay?